Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're diving into something pretty specific. It's just one question, but it's an incredibly intriguing one. Seems simple on the surface, maybe. It gives us like a perfect way to look at the high-stakes world of, strategy in the gaming industry, competitive strategy. So the question we're going to unpack is this. Could Moonton's decision to bring back Alodia be a response to mounting pressure amid rising competition from HOK? Yeah, when I first saw that, my mind just immediately started going, it's short, right? But it's such a brilliant starting point for thinking about how these big companies make their moves. Okay, let's unpack.
Yeah, what's fascinating here is how this specific scenario, just this one question, immediately gets us thinking about cause and effect, especially in a market landscape. Well, it's always shifting, isn't it? Even if you don't have all the inside details, a question like this forces you to consider the underlying dynamics, what's really going on.
And for those of you listening who follow the mobile MOBA space, you know how incredibly Moonton, obviously, they're behind Mobile Legends. Huge game, a real titan, especially here in Southeast Asia.
Definitely. And Alodia Goseng Fiao, she's a legend in the Philippines, influencer, cosplayer. She was really, really important for Mobile Legends in its early days. Building that community, getting that initial growth, her connection to the original fan base, it runs.
And then you've got HOK. Honor of Kings, that's Tencent's big mobile MOBA. Historically, it's just dominated China. Now they're making this massive global push.
Yeah.
Really aggressive. They're directly challenging Mobile Legends' dominance.
Indeed. So when a company like Moonton makes a move, like bringing back a figurehead, someone like Alodia, this question just pops up naturally, doesn't it? Is this offensive? Are they trying to gain new ground? Or is it maybe defensive, trying to, shore up their existing players because HOK is gaining influence?
Yeah, it really is like watching a high-stakes chess match, isn't it? Every single move seems to tell a story. And the story here feels like it's about how Moonton might be reacting to, genuine competitive pressure.
That's exactly right. When we talk about mounting pressure from HOK, you have to think about Tencent's resources. They are immense. HOK isn't just, another competitor popping up. It's backed by a giant, a company known for these super aggressive user acquisition campaigns for using their other platforms like WeChat to push it. They might even be trying to poach talent or whole communities. That's the kind of pressure we could be talking about.
Okay, so if that's the pressure cooker environment, what does bringing Alodia back actually achieve for Moonton? Does it signal weakness, maybe? Or is it actually a pretty clever tactical move?
Oh, it's definitely calculated, tactical for sure. Bringing Alodia back in this context, it's not just about generating some buzz or, simple PR. It feels much more targeted. It's a direct appeal to that core, loyal Mobile Legends fan base, especially in a key region like the Philippines where her influence is just, think of it like reinforcing the foundations of your house when a storm is coming.
Okay. So maybe less about trying to grab brand new players away from HOK and more about making sure their existing players, particularly the ones who've been around a while, the veterans, making sure they feel valued and, stick around.
Precisely. And look, it's probably a highly cost-effective play too, a defensive one. In a market that's already pretty saturated, keeping your loyal users happy is often way more efficient, right? Especially when you use a familiar, beloved feature like Alodia. It's often cheaper than going head-to-head trying to acquire completely new users against a competitor with deep pockets. She kind of embodies that nostalgia, the early days, the spirit of Mobile Legends.
That's a really powerful way to put it. But couldn't you also argue, maybe, that leaning so heavily on someone from the past might, limit their future options? Like, does it tie Moonton too closely to what worked before instead of pushing for brand new innovation? What's your take on that risk?
That's a totally valid point. And yeah, that's always a risk when you lean on nostalgia or past figures, no doubt. But you have to look at the specific situation right now. In this competitive environment, maybe the immediate priority isn't radical innovation, but stability, community engagement, keeping what you have strong. Alodia can drive content. She can reignite conversations online. She can remind players why they loved MLBB in the first place. That reinforces those community ties, which are they're critical for keeping players in free-to-play mobile games. It's like using soft power strategically.
So it's really deeper than just a marketing campaign then. It's about shoring up the community itself, fostering that sense of belonging so players don't get tempted away by the new shiny thing, by HOK trying to chip away at the player base.
Exactly. And this whole situation, it forces you as an observer to ask more questions, right? Like, who exactly is HOK threatening most right now? Is it the casual players, the hardcore ones? And what is Alodia's unique asset here? Is it just her huge fan base, her content style, her history with the game, or all of that combined? And maybe the biggest question, why now? Why is this the moment Moonton felt they needed to pull this specific lever?
This whole scenario, Moonton, Alodia, HOK, It seems like just one news item, maybe.
Right.
But it really does capture the essence of analyzing competition in a market, does it? It's all about anticipating moves, reacting to them, adapting to what your rivals are doing.
Absolutely. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, this type of questioning, asking why this move now, it's so crucial for understanding why companies do what they do in any industry, really. It encourages you, the listener, to look past the surface headlines, and consider the pressures, the competitive forces that are always at play, often unseen.
So what does this all mean for you listening? Well, it means you've hopefully gained a kind of framework, a way to think about how decisions that seem maybe isolated, like a gaming company bringing back an influencer, how they can actually be part of a much larger, very strategic response to fierce competition.
Yeah. And this raises an important question for you to think about beyond just this specific case. Think about other situations you see playing out, maybe in gaming, maybe in tech, to be any field, really. And just ask yourself, what are the unseen pressures here? What competitive dynamics might be driving the decisions we do see? What's the hidden game being played underneath it all?